Imagine sitting in your living room in August of 1995. The screen goes black and white. Two figures in hazmat suits approach a small gray body on an operating table. Are you witnessing the world's greatest UFO secret or the biggest hoax ever pulled? You be the judge.
There must have been alien bodies.
If the footage is authentic, that pretty well proves it. We've learned that aliens are visiting the Earth.
Daddy said they looked like a small 10-year-old child.
You could have the proof that this actually was an extraterrestrial craft.
I'm not seeing a liver over to the right. I'm seeing a mass that I cannot readily explain. And I have great difficulty in correlating this with any human body that I have seen.
This really felt like a real body that was being cut open.
It's the story of the millennium.
If it's a true document, it is a document of exceptional importance. If it's a fake, it should be hailed as one of the most extraordinary fakes ever put together by a filmmaker.
Welcome, stranger.
Secret society.
Strangers. Society. Welcome to the secret society.
Strangers?
Welcome back to the Secret Society of Strangers. Now, what Josh just said isn't like a fake thing. Like, that's real. Like, that happened to millions and millions of people in 1995. They sat down, with their TV dinners, their little hungry mans. And after Seinfeld was over, they went to Fox and, oh shit, they're cutting open an alien on TV.
Dude, I was 4 years old in 95.
Oh, don't talk about this stuff, Josh.
I was 13.
Oh,
what was it like?
It was very dark and cold.
The 90s were full of neon and like cheetah style.
Actually,
shit.
Yeah, I was probably the ass end of the 90s. But like early 2000s was like still holding on to the 90s for sure.
I was probably wearing my flannel shirt and still grieving Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I was just going to say 95.
Wait, is that when he died? 94?
93 or 94.
Yeah.
But yeah, 95, I'm definitely going into middle school. I'm rocking like Nordica and Bose, but like I'm super depressed. Like
bougie.
The same like yeah. No. Yeah, we went. That's what I spent all my money on. I was working at that point, and I'd go and spend all my money on like one shirt.
Damn.
Like, yeah, and it was super oversized.
Don't ask him how far he had to walk in the snow for his bus too.
Oh man,
you didn't work at? Oh no, sorry, I wasn't working that early. No,
I was like,
I was about to say in middle school.
I was 13. Like you're a year younger than me.
95 wasn't working yet,
or at least
so no. Then that timeline is off. I was a little bit younger then. When this was going on, yeah, because middle school would have been a little bit later when I was actually, because I started working
I started at 6
freshman year of high school.
Yeah, that's when I started working. Was
one of those ones, yeah,
freshman or junior. I mean, sophomore year.
So no, I was still probably mom was still probably buying my clothes in 95.
Hell yeah, me too, brother.
Toddler
section. Baby tall tees here.
Oh man, that's when clothes were cheap.
Hell yeah.
Anyway. Because I was super tall, so.
So every tee was just a regular tee to you.
I had to hand me. Everybody got my clothes. I didn't get any.
He'd
like
rocking
my old
crop tops before they were cool.
All my shit. No pants though. Pants I did. Pants rode up on me like whoa, because you can't get them taken out, and mom's not buying you pants every fucking week.
Oh nah.
Dark times, like I said, it was
dark. I'm sorry to ask.
Dark and cold.
Hard life, guys.
Before the internet.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, who gives a fuck what I was doing in 95?
Pre-internet. That's wild.
Yeah, well, internet was around. It just wasn't what it is now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Or message boards,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. There was
forums
the
and
internet. Oh
shit.
yeah,
I was
there
13.
was forums and AOL was around.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I remember like AIM
I-
Messenger and shit like that.
Because
Instant Messenger, chat rooms and stuff. God damn.
I did not get into that. I was still trying to leave on my Oregon Trail adventure and not die of dysentery while I could still see my fucking house every time.
over the internet, all over AOL, talking to probably
You're
all
still here. You weren't abducted or
yeah.
God.
Age, sex, location, baby.
I was so old before I even knew what that
ASL,
meant. I was
Yeah.
such a pure human.
Probably some 45-year-old at the time,
Yep.
just sitting there like, yeah, 15, New York. Like, and it's like, oh, cool. I'm talking to some hot 15-year-old from New York.
Yo,
Nope.
definitely
It's
not.
Steve from Massachusetts.
Steve from Massachusetts.
Oh wow.
All right. Sorry.
Aliens getting
Completely
autopsy.
derailed everything. We are talking about the 1995 Fox aired Alien Autopsy. Like I said, we said this was aired on national television under the guise of take it as it is. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. And it is still questionable. Like to this day, it's what, 2025, and there's no definitive 100% clear, concise answer if this is real or fake.
Yeah, no, the last thing that popped up, I think it was in like 2022 or something like that. They were still randomly talking about this video, so it's definitely like withstood the, time.
Yeah.
But so before we start talking about the video, we should kind of talk about the Roswell incident a little bit, because this video is supposed to be an autopsy from one of the recovered aliens from the Roswell incident. So let's get into that, all right? So the crash happens in July of 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico, and it's on the Foster Ranch near Corona. It's about 75 miles northwest of Roswell, all right? So it's not exactly Roswell, New Mexico, but it's the closest town, so there you go. So rancher Mac Brazel discovers unusual debris, metallic looking, it's lightweight, oddly structured, and it's all scattered over, his land after this crazy thunderstorm that they had. And everybody knows the story of like, it looked like sort of like crushed tinfoil, but then when you like let it go, it just sprang back to its original shape and shit like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, metamaterial for sure. And yeah, so it's interesting that they found this, and then it's still sort of being found today too, sometimes around places. So then Brazel brought the material to the Roswell Army Airfield, or RAF for short. And the initial military report came out in July 8th of 47. So RAF issued a press release stating that they had recovered a flying disc. So this is the first time in like military government history that they're like, hey, we have a fucking flying saucer.
Yeah, and they come out quick to say it. Like, they're not like, well, let's make up a story about it. They were just like, this is what we found. And like, they didn't even think, I think, to like be like, hey, what's the implications of saying we found this and not saying anything else after that?
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like, I don't think like anything happened before this. Like, I don't think there was any other crashes in the States.
Not necessarily in the public, but we know that Mussolini got the craft back in like the 30s.
Yeah.
And there's been stories about them in the air. We have the great airship thing that we covered.
Oh yeah, that's right.
People have seen craft, but now like this is a rancher coming with physical evidence of some kind of crash, and then the military like double downing on that and being like, yeah, it was from a flying saucer.
Yeah. So it was probably the first time that our military has like dealt with something like that. So they're just like, oh yeah, so let's just tell them what it is.
Yeah.
So the story made obvious national headlines, and everybody was freaking the fuck out and like, what the fuck, what is a flying saucer? Because I don't know. I don't think the flying saucer craze was around until then, right?
No, you had the big like the 50s like Martian craze where like It was like Man from Mars type stuff, and like
Yeah, but this was
this-
47.
Little green
Yeah,
men.
this is pre.
Yeah, this is
Oh
1947.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is 27.
Yeah,
It's probably
trust
kicked
me,
off,
as
right?
the as the Turner Classic Movies
Yeah.
queen,
I love me some TNT.
I can verify, that there was. I have not seen prior to that any movies that revolved around.
How funny that'd be if you go back and watch them now, and like Mandela effect happened, and like you're watching this like old ass black and white movie, and all of a sudden it's like UFO in the background that was never there before.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that would weird me out.
Well, if you look real close in the Mona Lisa, you can see in her eyes that it's reflecting a UFO. And that was on the deleted scenes of the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, that true documentary, the Da Vinci Code.
Tom Hanks never lies.
No, I'm
Yeah.
actually watching Forrest Gump right now with Layla in installments because it's so long.
Is this the first time she's seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, story made national headlines, and literally within 24 hours, the government's like, nope, we didn't fucking say we had a disc. We didn't say nothing about no aliens. We didn't say nothing about no saucers flying, not a bowl, not a piece of china dinnerware, nothing flying, all right?
No.
You're dreaming. Go back to bed.
It was a weather balloon.
Oh,
Still
okay.
use that shit today.
To this day.
Wow.
And so this is where like the famous photo of that Major Jesse Marcel is holding a piece of foil and the sticks and trying to say that this is balloon debris.
Like actual tin foil.
Yeah, pretty literally.
Yeah, it's like Mylar. It's like, you know, like the shock blanket type stuff. Like
Wow.
that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
ridiculous.
It's not credible at all. It's so insulting because they've continually done the same thing. So
Yeah.
it's like, we didn't believe you then, and then you're going to be like, yeah, so that's just our story every time.
Right.
Forever story.
Oh wait, no, maybe it was swamp gas. That's the other thing.
Oh man, Project Blue Book, yeah. Swamp
the
gas for
desert.
everything. So we've got some obvious, suspicions in the immediate aftermath of all of this coming out. The first they're saying that they've got something crazy from outer world, and then the next day they're just like, no, we don't have shit. All right. So Major Jesse Marcel, he's an intelligence officer, and he initially examined the debris, but later expressed doubts of the wreckage was from a balloon. So that's why he's sitting there holding the materials, and you can see on his face like, this is fucking stupid.
It's like, wait, what do you want me to say this is?
Right.
Guys, no one's gonna believe it. Shut up, take the picture.
All right. Done.
Yeah.
Forever picture. Mac Brazel, he was silenced and held by the military for days, reportedly under duress, because they didn't want him to tell anybody else about what he'd found.
Yeah. Just like sidebar, like how terrifying that would be. I mean, even like today, probably even worse.
Oh yeah, just be detained. Yeah, fuck that.
And just unknown tactics that what we know now, that they would use. I mean, it's just hard to tell what we don't even know.
And he told his like family and his son and stuff. Like he came home with debris and was like, "Hey, look what I found."
Yeah.
So like his son has always said like that wasn't from a balloon. That was a weird like thing with hieroglyphics on the side that we couldn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to lie to us.
Always lying. And then you had like local witnesses that saw stuff too. So some of them claimed to have seen the alien bodies near a second crash site that was probably 2.5 to 3 miles away from the original debris field that they found all the shit in. So a lot of different moving parts and a lot of different stories, but they all still play out the same throughout history. So I think it's pretty credible, and I think something crashed at Roswell.
This was always like my thought, is that is exactly what happened. Saucer crashed, something crashed. Initially they find debris and they can't identify it. Then more reports coming out, and then they found bodies, and they had to be like, oh, zip it up, throw it away, it was a weather balloon, let's not like, because once you find bodies,
it's a whole game changer. Yeah. So then, obviously, this all sparks, conspiracy theories and the people's distrust and stuff like that. So when the government pulled back on the story and essentially ordered a gag order on it. Everybody got suspicious, and then the locals and researchers later believed that the second crash site had the aliens or non-humans, and those bodies were secretly recovered. So one of those bodies is allegedly what is on this autopsy video that we're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah. So now that we're so far into this anyway, before we get into the actual, because I'm going to show clips from the actual video, they are graphic. If they're real, again, we can't confirm 100% that this is actual alien body, but again, it looks kind of real. So if you're squeamish and you don't like gore or creepy alien faces, this is
the eyes are very creepy. Just FYI,
super dead looking.
And
So originally, like we said, this aired on Fox, and it aired in about a 20-minute like segment. So there's like a 17-minute video of this whole thing happening. I have bits and pieces, and then I also have the whole thing. If you guys have anything particular you want me to pull up, we can jump around in it. But I'll show a clip right now of just like a basic overrun of the video.
Seeing if you're subscribed to our YouTube, you would be able to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so basically just like the beginning of it here.
It just looks absolutely terrifying, and I think that really what fucks me up is it looks like it's pregnant.
It has like a distended belly.
The distension, yeah.
So they're now zoomed in on like an injury on its leg.
Looks like the inside of its leg just got blown the fuck out.
Yeah, so from about mid thigh to mid calf is got a giant gaping wound.
Yeah, no knee essentially.
But definitely like evidence of like fire exposure for people that.
Yes, that too.
Or maybe struck by lightning, like it could have been like an exit lightning wound.
Yeah, could have been something.
Yeah, because it just looks like.
Yeah, and for people that are listening only, it's very much you can't see it. It very much still looks like a human leg, except there on the foot we have an extra toe, just one extra, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 6 toes.
And it does kind of look like what we would see if our own leg were to be exposed, if we could see the tendons and the blood vessels, all that stuff. But it's odd because it still looks, the edges of the wound where it's just vacant of anything are oddly clean.
Yeah.
So
it's also like a super black and white video too. It's not in color.
And they can't zoom in. They do zoom in a lot, but the quality goes to literally zero when this camera of this era apparently zooms in. So
I bet you they were like, dude, this is the clearest fucking footage that I've ever seen. But no, it is like really shitty, grainy, bad. 95 footage.
All right. So to both things you just said, Jen. So to the leg and like the clean edges of the wound definitely catches your eye and makes you think. My only thing I can think of is that like this being was somehow like clean and sterilized, and some of the wound was debrided if it was like messy before they got it to the table. I'm not saying that's what happened. Mm-hmm. That's one of the only possibilities of why I could imagine it looks so tidy.
Or just the mechanism of the injury versus what their makeup is like, what their skin, and stuff
don't know what, like,
we don't know, and we don't know. And I'm thinking too, if this has been obviously, I'm sure, in cold storage, the body, that's going to affect a lot of things. But it's interesting because I could see where naysayers would make an argument that it looks like a mannequin at those wound edges, but plastic like almost, or porcelain, with how clean the wound edges are. And they usually wouldn't debride, we only usually debride wounds when we're going to fix them.
Exactly. But that's it's the only thing I can think of. And
But there's so many other things that are so typical of what you would see, in a trauma victim with the contusions on the other leg that is fine. It's not, fine.
Yeah, it looks like the other leg has just like
For a dead
bunch
guy,
of
it's
severe
fine,
bruising
but
on its like knee and upper thigh.
Very serious contusions, you can tell, but that leg has clearly taken the brunt of it and would be a fatal injury to just about anybody.
For sure.
Alien, human, whatever.
Yeah, you'd lose so much
Speaking
blood
of
and
Lieutenant
stuff like
Dan,
that.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be exactly.
And then what's also interesting is when we first watched this video before, like when we were putting the show together, the injured leg is slightly like longer than the leg that's just got the bruising, and I think that's just because of obviously the wound and the connective flesh and tissue has just distended the leg down.
Yeah, when you have bones that are shattered, then and you only have tendons and vessels holding together, to the hip, you're definitely gonna have a wonky looking.
Yeah, and then to the video quality point, like the zooming in stuff, I've heard different things. I've heard people say like there's no way that it should be so sloppy in this situation, but then I've heard other people say that these are military people documenting, and like if you look at military document video, it's very much like this. They're not, you're not Steven Spielberg. They don't have perfect zoom in. They're there in the room just to capture.
Just to document
what's going on.
Yeah.
So, again, we're leaving it up to everybody. We'll show some more. So,
And I mean, that's a good point because, even today, I mean, it's mostly photographs that are taken, not video. And a lot of it is just an audio as the medical examiner, the, pathologist, whatever goes through the autopsy. He's like us at a microphone, going through steps. So it wouldn't necessarily be normal, and especially not then, for somebody to be trained to have the camera perfectly documenting, an autopsy.
Yeah. And while like people or doctors are moving around the room, like he's got to like make he's not in the way. So I don't know. Some of these other ones I tried to clip. I don't know how well they came out. I'll try to play. I guess since we're talking about the leg, I'll play this as them looking at the leg a little bit closer. Let's see. Again, none of this has sound in the original video.
Just so weird. It feels so strange.
Yeah, it looks like they're just taking like tissue samples from another like injured area of the leg.
The skin does have a weird texture to it. A burnt texture, like a crispy.
It's like, it reminds me of like a burnt hot dog.
Yes.
Over a campfire.
Exactly. Yes.
Skin.
You're right.
Roasted alien. Num 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 num.
That was that little piece they take off the leg.
Put it in the skin box. Save me from. I just watched Austin Power Goldmember the other day.
Clearly.
Save me from myself.
Oh, gross.
So,
let's jump a little bit.
So yeah, like we were saying, this video came out in '95, and it's only 17 minutes long, but it's just super grainy and like really overexposed. It's just.
But people have to remember it was recorded
in '47.
Right.
So just gonna say,
I don't want anybody to be confused and think, well, we had better cameras in '95.
Yeah, no, this was allegedly recorded in 1947.
And if you look at
found
the
footage,
phone, and some of the stuff in the background, the cabinet, it very much resembles older quality stuff. Like there's scenes, if you watch the whole video, if you can catch like the cabinet, and it's got handles on it, and if you can look closely, the handles are like riveted into like steel.
So like, screwed in and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
90s doctors' offices. There was a lot of like formica and plastic, stainless steel. This is like that big iron painted white, like insane asylum furniture.
It definitely looks 1940s ish, like time period. Rotary dial phone in the background there.
Yeah. So they go on and they go through a full like head to toe like examination. I wish I knew what these guys were saying to each other. To me, right now, like Beaker and Bunting, like,
And he also, it's so clear when you see the video that the right side of the body is the one that took the damage, because the arm is also, as it gets to the below the elbow, you can see
that whole side took something big.
Yeah, and then
fire damage or
was
whatever.
at least post-mortem exposed for some time to a fire. Yeah.
He's also got 6 fingers.
Like right there.
Okay, yeah.
Got 6 fingers too. There's a spot when he touches that flesh right there. It looks very fleshy. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And even for black and white, you can still tell the skin has that like dead, pale, like necropathy, like veiny look.
It does. It has like a texture of like veins underneath somewhat and bruising.
Yeah, like especially like right there, it looked like that modeled, what you would see on us, human beings after death.
So I'm gonna pause it right here because this is something that I find extremely convincing, if not like one of the strongest things for me, because I don't know how you reproduce this so accurately. So like they're cutting into a deceased being. It was alive, so it has blood. Now blood doesn't come squirting out.
No.
And it comes out in like just the trickle you would imagine of it being left in the body after the body's been laying down for a long time. Like it's trickle, like I don't know. We'll watch it here and you guys tell me what you think.
So they're cutting this thing from like the ear down its neck and onto the chest and doing the Y. Yeah, and it just like slightly pours out. It doesn't ooze out, like it doesn't spray out, doesn't do nothing.
3 seconds from the time he cuts that initial cut for the full drop to like come out. Like again, it's very sharp needle. I mean blade.
Yeah.
So you don't bleed right away anyway, but it's just so perfect for like what I would expect. But yeah, I should mention my only autopsy experience is necropsy experience on animals in the veterinary world. So a little different.
A little bit from, autopsying alien bodies.
Well, from anatomy, but like flesh is flesh for the most part.
Yeah. And they're just peeling the flesh back from the rib area, the chest cavity area.
And this is another very interesting part because this inside anatomy
does not match us. Yeah.
No, not at all. So like even the rib cage breastbone area, it's just like a solid piece, not singular ribs. So like I wonder if that would be like to protect the internal organs from like all the G-force that they would experience.
It could be, maybe. I mean, we don't know anything about them, so I can't even start to guess.
Yeah.
And none of their organs look like ours at all either.
That's the only thing I like. My brain starts to like shift into like other stories of what gray aliens could have been and could be. Like, so if you go into like that living drone aspect, like maybe there's a lack of organs because they don't like need to eat and they're not like digesting things. Is it a lack of like organs because it doesn't need it, or is it just how it lives? I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm not a biologist.
Definitely doesn't need the length of intestines that we have.
That's
definitely
what I mean.
Can see that.
And then also, like, you would imagine if this is one big fused plate, it just doesn't have to expand and contract like ours does.
Yeah, so they probably take shallower, like smaller breaths.
If they're breathing this air at all, like they might not.
Well, he's got a nose,
so maybe he has like some sort of smell without actually having to
like a respiratory system. Yeah.
But yeah, for people, it looks like for people who are just listening and don't plan on Googling this video ever, instead of like where we would have our ribs and stuff at the sternum and, our rib cage protecting those vital organs. I mean, it just looks like he has a shield.
Yeah.
Like it is like, just imagine. Yeah. And it's in the shape ish of what our rib cage would look like for the large part, except it's just a solid.
If you've seen Stranger Things, the last season of Stranger Things, it looks like the big bad Vecna. He's just like this gross, gooey
dude,
organ looking dude. And this just looks like a big flat organ inside someone's chest. Again, I don't know what it is. If someone does, let us know. I'd be very surprised if we got that call and was like, yeah, actually, this is a grave from Zeta Reticuli.
It's a binary star system.
I was just going to mention, one other thing, that we really, not to be, just super graphic or whatever, but, genitalia wise, you really cannot tell.
Yeah, it didn't look like it had anything down there.
Mm-mm.
And they cut pretty far down the belly and like waist area.
So that was just an interesting, sort of.
It's so eerie.
Yeah. And, they do. Are you going to talk about how they remove and those are just lenses?
Yeah, we're going to get to that for sure. Because then like it just sells it to me because like that's just looks like the face of a dead person.
Ooh, and it's when it just the pressure and everything in the room drops at that moment. Like it just gets cold for me. It gets like creepy, eerie, like, oh.
That we look so much like them.
Oh. Ugh. I don't know. Even just thinking about it.
So yeah. Released in 95. This video was only 17 minutes long, and it was released by London-based producers Ray Stantilli and Gray Shoefield. And the footage that we've just seen allegedly shows the military pathologists just cutting open this being that was supposed to be recovered from the Roswell crash. The tape itself, it aired August of 1995 on Fox, which kind of blew me away when I was doing the research. That Fox just aired this random ass alien autopsy video. And if you guys want to Google it, the title of the video was Alien Autopsy Fact or Fiction. And it was hosted by actor Jonathan Frakes. And I have no idea who that is.
Me either.
Must have been a TV actor. And so this broadcast, obviously, it drew like massive interest. And at one point, there was over 11.5 million viewers tuned in and watching this thing. So that's like a lot of fucking people in 95.
Yeah.
That's like everyone's living room is tuned into this autopsy right now.
Yeah, pretty much. This is like the Super Bowl. For decades, this film has just been like questioned about if it's real or not. And in 2006, a confession from the creators finally said that the film was a hoax. But I don't really buy that. And there's more to the story also. So yeah, the guys that made this said it was a hoax and thought, that it would just settle all the mysteries and all the claims and everything about the story, but it just doesn't really add up. And so there's a timeline of these key events that lead up to this, but then it also gets questioned a lot that it's not fake. So it goes back and forth throughout the years. So in 92, Ray Stantilli claims he first saw the original 16mm Roswell alien autopsy film that took place here while he was looking for archived Elvis Presley footage.
Of course.
Because, aliens and Elvis.
Yeah, he lives.
It's out there on Zeta Reticuli doing his.
That's my mother-in-law. Yeah.
Did you ever see those TikTok videos of that guy?
Which I don't have TikTok.
Guy, I don't know his name, but he could be Elvis. Like if Elvis is alive, this guy checks every single box to be him.
Like wouldn't Elvis be like old as fuck though?
Oh no, this guy's pretty old. Yeah, I mean he's in his like 70s, 80s.
Oh, so he's Elvis
80s at least, yeah.
Okay. So Stantilli says that he purchased the original film from some retired military cameraman after negotiating with this guy for like 2 years. And then he says that the original 1947 film reels had degraded before he could actually make a full copy, but he was only able to get like a couple usable frames from it. So now we're going to jump to 95. So Stantilli and his partner Shoefield, they debut the footage of the alien autopsy on the 28th. Fox airs it, and like this thing was just a big hit. And I don't really like understand what like a Nelson score is. Like that was like, I guess like it's still a thing. I still get letters in the mail about it.
Nielsen, yeah.
Yeah. And it scored an 8.1, which is supposed to be like really fucking outrageous. It's like over 11 million people watched this Autopsy when it first aired, and it also aired in 32 plus countries, which is absolutely wild.
So let's talk about that for a second, because like, say you're in charge of Fox, like scheduling and production and what goes on the air, and someone brings this tape to you, and your job is to be like, is this real enough for me to post, like, and or not post, but air and not completely discredit my entire network?
Right.
You're like, your job, your reputation, and then like they go on, like everyone in the world is watching this video. I feel like your phone line's just like, Fox Studio had to have blown up, and then you just have random Fox people answering questions.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the phone lines were ringing off the hook.
Just to be devil's advocate a little bit, we do have to remember that Fox today versus early Fox, totally different.
True.
Networks.
Oh yeah.
So
but I still
I
feel
don't,
like they
as I
weren't-
recall, they did not start off as, which I'm not saying they're reputable now. Don't get it
I would
twisted.
say they were more
Don't get it
reputable then.
twisted. But
they were definitely more entertainment based.
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just because I know somebody's going to be like, back in the 90s, Fox was,
But do you see, like, I guess my thought pot behind it is more like, they're not giving primetime slots to like Bigfoot hunters and the Bat Boy. Like this got them to be like, hey, we don't know. Like, let's just give it to everybody and see what they think. Or they knew and they were just like, all these fuckers are going to be like, 1984 all over again.
Gotcha, fuckers. Yeah. So the public reaction of this thing was huge. It becomes instantly a global sensation. All these people are intrigued or at least convinced that this autopsy is real. And of course, not everybody's going to believe that it's real. So you've got skeptics and even, I love saying this word, ufologists.
One more thing, though. I also wanted, for people that are listening that didn't know about TV or didn't watch TV in the 90s, like, you could be flipping through the stations at any given time and run into like an actual human autopsy. There was a whole station, where it was just a medical station, and like you would just see like organs on it. Like there was no warning. There was no like, don't check the check. Nope, just there. Yep.
Damn. I did not know that.
That's why, like,
good. You were very young.
When I talk about like streaming services and stuff with like my wife and like our kid, and I'm like, no matter what happens, we have so much more control than our parents did. Like my parents had no idea like that I was watching HBO Real Sex at night. Like the kid,
Taxi Cab Confessions. Stuff
exactly. Like I was probably like 10 years old knowing that there was a man that likes to have like pony play. Like why did I don't even know that?
You're old and you know what pony play is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and like it's
just two Amish dudes riding a horse.
It's like that's such a thing that I was so young that it's like burnt into my brain as one of the craziest things that you can happen. Like, because like, how does your brain at that age understand like kinks and like play? I'm like, no, this guy just likes, he thinks he's a horse. Like,
that's how I felt when I found that Talk Sex with Sue, and she was just this ancient lady just on the phone talking about like how to use a dildo and stuff.
Let's just say it now. TV was crazy in the 90s. Like, you had like sex talk, the real sex talk with the line. It was like
the phone sex. Yeah.
What was the two doctors? It was a guy and a doctor. He still does shit. The gray hair.
Oh, Dr. Drew.
Yes. Yeah. And people call up and just like, hey man, it burns when I pee.
What?
Oh yeah, he would answer embarrassing questions. Yeah.
No, this is on TV. Everyone and their mom is watching this right now.
But I'm anonymous, so it's okay.
Yeah. TV in the 90s is wild. Just let's put it that way. Top of Jerry Springer too. But
yeah. So, and this was also in the early ages of the internet. So internet forums went a buzz with frame by frame analysis of this video. And so the New York Times posted a thing that was basically like talking about like the frame by frame analysis on the internet with an intensity not lavished on any home movie since the Zapruder film. And I have no idea what the fuck that is.
The kitty killing.
The what?
The Zapruder film is the grassy knoll film.
Oh, Oh, damn. So like everybody was looking at this film as intense and close as the Kennedy film.
Yeah. And like, people have gone over that backwards, upside down, infrared, negative colors. Yeah.
It's
so
crazy.
This video got attention.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to jump to 96, and there's a little bit of backlash and a parody video that comes out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because why not make a parody, right? So a consensus grows that the autopsy is probably fake, and several professionals were interviewed in a Fox special, and they all had different like technical skills. So, and the skeptical comment said that their skeptical comments were edited out to make it seem more supportive on that fact or fiction when it first aired. Yeah. So, and then little side tangent here, the X-Files even had like a little tongue-in-cheek alien autopsy scene that Scully just pretty much dismisses and says, this is even hokier than the one they aired on the Fox network. So that's pretty fucking cool.
I love X-Files. They're so good at that. Like if you go back now, and now that we are all
older,
well-versed,
you can hear that.
I've been rewatching the X-Files recently. And then they even do it again in another episode called Jose Chung's from Outer Space. It literally spoofs the autopsy footage. So there's your parodies.
Which in this society always makes me question its legitimacy. Like if it's out there and we're making fun of it, especially if like studios are paying to make fun of it, more times than not, like we come out like that, like satire was true. Like how many like Simpsons episodes did they talk about like all these celebrities that we find out are horrible people now and all the shit? Like, yeah, if they're making fun of it, I question it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So then we just truck right along to 97, and there's just more evidence that this might be a hoax. So the producer Santilli publishes photos of the film canisters supposedly holding the original like 16 millimeter 1947 footage, and people have spotted that the labels on it say Department of Defense, even though that name didn't really exist until 1949. And in 47, it was called the National Military Establishment.
Oh.
Yeah. But
which fine is okay.
Yeah.
But if they're rehoming stuff and rehousing and moving stuff, like they might just be changing the containers or the label on the container, because if you're looking for something that doesn't exist, what's the point of having it written on there? Like, it's not the most solid debunking.
Yeah.
Did he ever explain how the guy that he, spent so long negotiating to get it, how he ended up with it in his own personal possession?
He was supposed to be the cameraman.
But how was he able
and
to
he
get
probably
that?
just took it when they were like archiving it. Yeah.
So after as everything's died down about it, right?
Yeah, so maybe he just like swapped it with like a new DOD label can instead of the
how easy is that to do?
Yeah.
Right.
Just to get it out of there, because like if you've got this canister that's from 47, which was like 2 years prior, and it still has the old label on it, put it in the new label canister and just walk out and be like, oh yeah, no, I just recorded this 2 days ago.
Right.
True that. It could have been to sneak it out.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, this is that weather balloon footage. So yeah, and then the U.S. Air Force responds to everybody's renewed Roswell interest, and they release a report explaining that the alleged 1947 bodies were just crash test dummies in an effort to just calm the UFO claims. And
why would you give them extra fingers and toes?
And we're not going to get into like all of Roswell right now, but like these are one of the biggest things about Roswell that pisses me off, is that how many times are you going to amend and change and just like fit that narrative to your moment's truth?
Right.
Like, first there's no bodies, then they're bodies, and it's a saucer, it's a weather balloon. Like, come on. What was it? Nothing or was it something?
Yeah. Either it was nothing or it was something, but I think it was something because it wouldn't have just kept popping up all the fucking time.
Exactly.
So then we jump to 98, and this isn't going to be like 98, 99. Like we're going to jump to like a couple of years ahead. But like this is just
we're getting close to like Y2K. Everyone's got to update their computers if we keep going.
Took me 2 hours to update my computer before this.
True story.
So Fox debunks its own special in a Fox special called World's Greatest Hoaxes, Secrets Finally Revealed.
Which is either the most Fox grift ever,
yes,
or like
yes.
evidence of the truth. Like, I don't know which one to believe. Again, this I have no thought on truth or fake on this. It's
right,
completely up in the air.
So they're trying to say that the aliens, they're using NASA type digital enhancements on the video.
You keep pissing me off every time you talk, John.
I know.
Oh, Lord.
I know. That's how I felt when I was researching.
Glad you guys are separated. No, I'm just kidding.
like no. How is that a thing? How is it
NASA's
2025 and we're sitting here like maybe it's real, maybe it's not with NASA grade technology? And like, come on, NASA grade technology in '95 is like astronaut ice cream. Like
there's more technology in my fucking smartphone right now than it did to take us to the moon.
I mean, maybe they did have the technology, like our cell phone technology in '95, but like, even if there's a fake video on my cell phone now of an alien, I'm still like, that's probably fake. This shit is
NASA type digital enhancements just pisses me off.
So dumb.
And get this. The producer, Robert Cavat, was the original producer on the Fact or Fiction.
Yeah, again, this whole like these crossing lines of like real, not real, real, not real. Let's say this, let's not say this. It just reeks of like someone didn't get the full story out before people started talking about this.
Oh yeah.
Ever since they're just trying to get the cat back in the bag, and it's every year it's like
it just peeks its little head out. So the producer Robert, he said he identified an actor's face in unused autopsy footage, and that led investigators to a man named Elliot Willis. Now, Willis admits that he was hired to help fabricate the alien autopsy scene in '94, and he implicates an unnamed British businessman, obviously that would be Santilli, who commissioned multiple fake autopsy films in a quest for a more convincing product.
Now, where did they find this guy that they said filmed this? What was his occupation?
He was a homeless man.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to get a homeless man to say anything for a few bucks, right? Like, again, this shit just doesn't add up. It's not. I don't like it.
Yeah.
You're just gonna continue to get pissed off, and I'm so sorry, buddy.
I just don't like being this blatantly lied to, and especially when like I'm not necessarily asking for like the deets. Like
I'm not asking for the alien tea.
Yeah, like just say, hey, we know what this is or we don't know what this is. Like, don't give it to Fox and have them stick us around for 30 years. Like,
this is literally the same shit that they pulled with the paper in Roswell. It's real. Just kidding, it's fake.
No, they don't. Everything is real and then it's fake and then it's not real, and then you find out in a FOIA request 10 years later from Lou Elizondo that, oh shit, it's all real.
Fuck yeah. So now we're going to jump a little bit ahead into the future to April 2006. And here is another hoax confession. So days before...
Different one?
Yeah. Yet again, another hoax confession. So days before this premiere of a British comedy film called Alien Autopsy. So here's another spoof on the Alien Autopsy video. Sky TV in UK airs the Emon Investigates Alien Autopsy. And on April 4th, Ray Santilli and his buddy Gary finally admit on camera that the 95 autopsy footage was recreated rather than authentic. They pretty much claim that it was built as a restoration, so kind of like one of those like dramatic reenactment videos before they were popular, of the real 47 Roswell footage that he saw was decayed, because remember he got some of those copies from the original footage, so he's filling in the rest of it. So maybe some of the real footage is sprinkled in his 17 video.
Yeah, but then you're recreating something that was real anyway, so
So it's real.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah, I'm confused.
So this guy named John Humphreys is a special effects artist, and he was revealed as the man who sculpted the fake alien and even played the lead pathologist in the film. So he was like the guy. So it wasn't the two guys that were operating on the creature. He was the guy that was standing closest to like the window door or the window wall at the head of the alien, just watching. And Santilli conceded.
Convenient that he's that guy that like wasn't involved, that was just there. Yeah, I was
There.
there. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, remember Paul was there. And Steve, we were all there.
No,
he wasn't.
Yeah. And like we said earlier, the cameraman was a homeless guy.
Which, I gotta be fair, the camera work was so bad that that's the only thing that tracks out of that.
Maybe he just had the jits because he didn't have any alcohol that day.
But yeah, the other thing is that I can't imagine a homeless man keeping his mouth shut after you had him fake an alien autopsy. Like, there's no way that guy didn't go back to like his friends and be like, "Yo, they just paid me to do the craziest shit, man."
But who would believe a homeless man?
His homeless friends. I don't know. We're supposed to believe
Maybe
that
this homeless man was Charlie Manson, and this is how it all started.
Oh, wow.
Now we're tying all kinds of shit together.
Yep, it's all connected, man.
EK Ultra and Roswell.
So despite admitting that the footage was allegedly staged, Santilli insisted that a genuine original exists, but some people obviously want to, point doubt. And there in 2006, the feature film opens in April as a lighthearted retelling of Santilli and Shufield's Caper. And they both serve as fucking producers on this movie.
Nice.
I don't know, man. Like, so
and then later
how much money they made off the Fox deal. Like, I want to know.
That's my thing.
I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So he continues to maintain that his film was just a carefully constructed restoration and not a hoax. So there's just so much back and forth.
But you're still telling me it's real then? Like, you're telling me that they autopsied an alien no matter what then? If it's a recreation,
yeah.
What are they recreating?
Yeah, exactly.
Was that their final stance?
Yes.
I never went wishy-washy again after 06.
Oh, we might as well just call this the washing machine episode.
Don't they come back in like the
2017. There's new revelations.
Okay.
Oh man, you guys are gonna love this. This guy's name is Spyros Melaris.
A strong name.
Yep, super strong name. More than 2 decades on Spyros Melaris. He was a British filmmaker and magician.
Oh, jeez.
Comes forward.
Credibility just keeps stacking up.
Comes forward publicly to claim that he directed and shot the fake autopsy film.
Lies. It needed no director. There was no director there.
There was no direction.
A mile vicinity. Yeah.
So Melaris.
People were involved in this thing.
Oh, so many people. So many people. So Melaris says that Santilli recruited him in 95 to help execute the hoax. And then he describes how the team filmed in a London apartment using foam latex alien model filled with animal organs from the local butcher. And then he also admits to splicing in a few frames from genuine 47 newsreel film, and then to fool this guy named Kodak during dating tests.
Kodak, the company.
Oh yeah, Kodak. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I feel really dumb now.
That's right.
Yeah. So to fool Kodak, whoever the fuck that guy is. So they fooled Kodak, and he expresses his regret, saying initially it was a giggle. That was all, unaware that Santilli made millions from this video when they sold it to Fox.
Okay.
So now he wants his piece of the pie. So,
always money makes me feel like, okay, there's at least a motive.
Yeah.
But my thing is that, did he know he was because to pull this off, you spent money.
Yeah.
You didn't do this in your garage on a Tuesday.
Yeah, this is no passion project.
Yeah, this is a big deal. So you had to know you were going to get a return, I guess, on investment, right? To
Yeah, I guess that's why you would have sold it to Fox.
Yeah.
So
but the thing is, because if that's true, and I want to say, oh, that can't be done, but Lee, or not Lee, Josh, you probably will not, but Lee, do you remember the reality show Face Off? So what that
You're talking about the
was?
special effects artists
Oh
show?
shit! I had that totally backwards. Gosh.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, that was my favorite show. I love that show.
I know. We used to love to watch that too. So when I would see what they were able to do with like the most bare bones stuff, that that does give me the levity to be able to be like, okay, I mean, it's not impossible.
No, and that's what I'm saying about the whole thing. It's all possible.
Well, but when was Face Off?
It's the little. Well,
I was
Face Off
like-
is. I think it's still on, but like
Yeah, it's
2015.
still on, but it's still on, but I think it aired in like mid to late 2000s because I remember that when I was like
Yeah, I was thinking mid. Okay.
probably like 7th, 8th grade. I remember watching that.
Stop talking about how young you were. But I mean, I'm just saying, and even as I'm like just a huge fan of all the B movies and things of the 50s and that kind of thing, it's not impossible for 95 for sure.
Yeah, because like
for
look
them
at
to pull it off.
the special effects they used for like Creature. Like
But here's I'll play devil advocate on some of that. With the camera work being so bad.
Yes.
Like when you're talking about B movies and you're talking about Face Off, like camera angles are really important.
Oh,
you
yeah.
go a little bit too far, you see a scene.
Very true.
Like, this guy's all over the place.
He's very close, especially when they cut the neck.
He does a head to toe for sure, multiple times throughout the process. Sure.
Again, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, this one's really tough.
This is gonna throw it back into the not a hoax category. So
love that.
In 2019, there was a leaked Kit Green memo. So in a bizarre twist, perpetuated 2001 memo surfaces via 2019 leak from a private research institute alleging that former CIA analyst Dr. Kit Green, he examined the Santilli autopsy footage years earlier and concluded that the alien autopsy film video is real, the alien cadaver is real, and this sensational claim reported in a British tabloid based on an unverified memo pretty much just kicks it back into the not hoax category.
This is when it came back on my radar, to tell you the truth. When this report came out. Again, like how many times can you go back and forth? And we're talking about 20 years after this film. And we're still questioning it. Like if you showed me any film from the 90s, real or fake, I'd be like, that's CGI, that's animatronics, that's practical. Like it's hard to fake people that have been watching movies for as long as we have all been watching movies and like the behind the scenes and like Face Off, like you said. And we've watched like from just the first Harry Potter movie to the last Harry Potter movie, like that technology is insane and we can all track it. Like every single one of us has the eye now to be like, okay, I know that that's fake. I know like this was a stand-in. I know like that's like.
I think that's the thing though. When we talk about, well, it's anything like just the paranormal in general. While we always get those of us that do believe, we're not going to fall for everything, like you just said, whether it's, extraterrestrial or paranormal or whatever. But it's like, why? If he could have zoomed in on the organs and it not been just fuzzy and you cannot make out a single detail when he would try to zoom in every time. I feel like, you know what I mean? That's where
again, there are holes both ways. Like this, it's like sewing. It goes in and it comes out and it just keeps going back and forth. But the video, like it's the technology too. Like you watch any home video from like, I don't know, the 50s to the 90s. And it's like you're in on the present and all of a sudden like they're filming the fireplace and the kids opening the present over here. Like, I don't know. It's either operator error, technology, or done purposely to make us not focus, which I don't see it being.
No, I don't
That-
see.
Nah.
I don't see that because especially if they were videoing. I mean, that's a major event for the military. I mean, major
Yeah.
event for them to. I gotta imagine that the camp. Let's just assume that it was real and it was all not DOD but DOD
Yeah.
people. How in trouble that guy was that he did not document correctly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
zoom in.
I don't know.
I mean, because that would have been, yeah, I'm sure other scientists were like tisk tisk, about that later on. But I mean, but they probably still have the body, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm sure it's
that's
chopped
never
up in a
mind.
million pieces and sent to
Or
like
they have
different
live
fucking
ones.
institutes.
Now, who knows?
Okay.
All right, guys. So, what are your thoughts on this whole hoax, not hoax, alien autopsy, Roswell recovered bodies?
I'm just gonna go back and forth forever. It's real. It's not real.
I
Yeah.
think it's real. I think it's real.
I think more evidence points to it being real than not.
Yeah. I think there's a good chance that this is more real than it is fake. Let's say that.
Yeah.
way.
And if
And
even
then-
if it's not like completely real, like the whole video, it's obviously like a little
Well, if it's a
bit
recreation.
that he spliced a little bit of the original film into it.
Right. There's two more things though that I wanted to look at and bring up before we close out this
Yeah.
mystery. So we talked about the eyes, and I need to show that video because
The
it's the
eyes.
creepiest with all the gore and cutting open. This is the creepiest part of this entire video.
This
in
is
my
what
opinion.
sold me on the video.
I think, yeah, it's
Here
what
we
keeps me.
So obviously, for those that aren't watching, you should subscribe and watch. But also, it's the eyes are just like the big black lifeless eyes that you've heard about from countless UFO stories. And it also they just took the black contact lens off, and it's a regular eyeball underneath of it.
Rolled back.
Large. It's a
Yeah.
big eye. Like its iris is huge.
Yeah. And this thing's like face is just like mouth gaping open and eyes just rolled back like, and it's just dead.
It looks like, I just lost the name of that artist, but the painting, the screen.
Oh, the scream.
yeah.
Yes.
It makes it, as soon as they take those off, that's what it does for me. It's just like the painting.
Yeah. And it's also, I don't know if like in 95 or whenever when Santilli was making the video, I don't know if that information about NHI's, the contact lens, because
I
I
don't know,
didn't hear
yeah.
that until like recently, pretty much.
And then what is that material in the video then? Is it like X-ray film? Because I know my aunt had contacts in the 90s and they were like thick as fuck and
Oh, yeah.
like tough. Like they were like uncomfortable. Yeah. So that material is very
It was super
thin,
floppy. Yeah.
and it sticks it's sticking like to a membrane. Like it's
yeah.
got
You
Yeah.
can even
a bit
sort of
of,
like
like,
tell that it's
viscous.
sticking.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's got like some like kind of viscous it's like sticking to
Maybe
it.
it was
It's
just like a sticky hand that you'd get out of a 25-cent machine.
weird. All right, there's one other thing that we really haven't talked about at all this whole time. We talked about it with Roswell, but we haven't talked about it with this video. So at the end of the autopsy video, they cut to what one can assume is debris from the crash.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to show you a little bit of that because it kind of lines up with what we were talking about with the writing on the side of the Roswell crash and stuff. So yeah.
These look like just thick pieces of metal.
But they
And that guy was just lifting it
super
like it was
light.
like nothing.
Yeah.
And there's
So-
5 finger handprints on these like
Six finger.
steel,
Six, yeah.
sorry, 6 finger handprints on like it looks like it would be aluminum, but it almost looks like it's lighter than aluminum.
Yeah, because the guy that's picking it up just picks it up like it's a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they would be like a control panel or something.
Or like nowadays you would like think like getting into something. Like a lot of
Yeah,
times,
like a
handprint,
biometric
or, like,
scanner.
yeah, put your hand
Yeah.
in. But they're side by side for both hands.
And then there's that debris that they were talking about that was smooth and metallic and like bendable.
Yeah, so he picks it up here and like just
Super light.
like a paper clip.
Yeah. And they're thick. They're probably at least like a good 5 inches thick, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, they're at least like 2 or 3 inches. I don't know about 5, but they're big pieces, and they're like 2 feet long, a foot long. Like they're big.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like an I-beam.
Yeah, it's got like little like not numbers, but just symbols etched into it. They don't look like hieroglyphics or nothing.
It's got like a tag.
But in
on
that style, yeah,
It's
for
tagged
people
in
to
that
imagine. Yeah.
These little things that, like, I don't know if necessarily you would think of if you were doing a hoax.
Right.
Like, you'd probably just be thinking we have to make it look real, not like let's tag it for evidence.
Yeah, because it looks like it's just a metal. It's just a metal I-beam stamped with markings.
Nice better shot.
Yeah. It just looks like a support beam.
Yep, I don't know. It's a very strange video. If you haven't seen it, I highly suggest you go watch it. You can find it on YouTube. It's, like we said, 17 minutes long. If you do go
It's
watch
worth the
it,
watch for sure.
Yeah.
if you do go watch it, come back and go into the comments and tell us what you think, because
Yeah.
I almost want to like get people's like vibe on this, because I really can't tell.
Yeah, and if you're in the medical field and you've seen this video,
Mhm.
comment, let us know what you think about it.
Yeah.
if you're like a
I would
mortician or
love to
something,
know,
that'd be
yeah,
great.
what people like that, think, because I don't think I mentioned in this, but that's, I look at, unfortunately for me, pictures of, trauma victims as part of my job and every day. And it's very interesting to me because there's a lot of similarity and I can see correlation with a lot of, high impact injuries and that kind of thing. But there's something off at the same time. So I would love to hear another perspective from a medical professional.
If it is a hoax, it is a very, very well done
It is
video.
Hats
but
off.
for
It's a
millions
hoax.
of dollars, just to be, because we like to, to be open-minded for sure. For millions of dollars, I could see it. Yeah. And that's why I think I'm not 50-50. I'm very much more like 70 on the side of 70% that I think it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, easily. It's definitely more. I need better proof that it's not. I need better reasons why it's not. I need better
Yeah.
explanations. I don't need.
Mhm.
There's only one. It's real. Like, it's a real video or it's not. Like, I've heard 3 different stories why it's fake.
Yeah.
And who's
Mhm.
involved.
And then even the guy that produced it even said that it was not completely a hoax.
Yeah.
So
No, man. Again, we leave it up to y'all to figure this stuff out. We just tell
Yo.
you about it.
Yeah.
let us know in the comments if you think it's real or fake.
Yeah. We need a poll.
Yeah.
Tell
we
us
should-
what you think and why.
Yeah. It's a very compelling video evidence.
Mhm. Especially, I think, in relation to the more recent hearings with Lou
Mhm.
and,
Yeah.
the more we learn. And even if you're not into ufologists, things like ufology, thank you, and things like that, I think we still have enough evidence that our government is not
Trustworthy.
on the level with
they're
us
not-
all the time.
They're not handling
So-
it the way we wish they would.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely
In the-
not.
Lightest of senses. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they're not doing a good job. But I don't know, man. I just keep having questions. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
So-
guys,
So I
Love
think
to
it's
hear
real.
others.
questions. I think it's probably realer than it is fake. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
All right. Well, let us know. Other than that, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for dealing with our little tangents and our nonsense. But we do really enjoy this, so we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And we will see you all on the next one. Stay curious, stay strange. Bye.
Bye.
Keep it strange.
Thank you for listening. If you would like to join us as a guest, suggest a topic, or have a story you want us to share, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at ssospodcast@gmail.com. For more behind-the-scenes updates and exclusive insights about SSOS, make sure to follow us on social media. And don't miss out on the fun. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, thank you for listening to the Secret Society of Strangers podcast. This show is an independent production, researched and crafted by our passionate team. But we couldn't do it without all of you. We truly appreciate your support. Embrace the unknown, for not all secrets are meant to be kept. Farewell, strangers.